Scorpio, this is a general reading, which means that not everything mentioned in this reading may be your story. Scorpio, take in what genuinely is your message, disregard the rest. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you'd like a reading, Scorpio, based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be AngelicAscensionsTarot.com. Let's dive in. We're going to talk about delicate topics. Scorpio, let's talk. Let's begin. The Lovers, Gemini. Gemini is a dominant energy in your reading. So you could possibly be dealing with a Gemini sun, moon, or a rising. This week, your spirit guides are saying, Scorpio, you got a decision to make. Maybe you've been weighing this decision for a while. And possibly having something to do with a Sag or a Libra. And we also have Capricorn as a primary energy as well as Taurus. You're having to make a decision about something, Scorpio. So maybe this is you have a relationship with another Scorpio. Again, sun, moon, or rising. What's the issue here? You're making a decision about what? Got a lot of different things. It seems like you're feeling vulnerable. It seems like you might be in a situation, Scorpio, where you might find that you're giving your trust to somebody or others in general, maybe a bit too lightly. It seems like you're concerned about your possessions, maybe where you're going to put them. You're concerned about your vehicle. Something might be going on with your vehicle or someone else's. Maybe something might be going on with your eyesight. Maybe there's something that your spirit guides want you to see. They want you to be aware of something. And maybe right now, things look a little bit vague for you. Seems like you're feeling a little bit sad. You're going through something. It seems like your heart is heavy. Seems like there could be somebody in your energy that might be a bit bossy. You might feel. I think you're questioning someone's intention. Some of you Scorpios, it looks like you have someone coming back. Scorpio, what's going on? Some of you are dealing with a Cancer, or there could be a Leo involved. You could be contacting Cancer or Leo for their birthday. Somebody's birthday is coming up, it feels like. So we're going random side notes. Something might be going on with the visibility of your windshield. Maybe it's a bit dirty. Maybe it's cracked. Something's going on there. It also feels like there might be some things that maybe it's metaphoric. Maybe there's some things in your life that you don't see clearly. And your spirit guides are saying, yes, that's precisely the case. Why don't you see things clearly? Because someone is obviously wearing a mask. Someone's trying to cover something up, Scorpio or Crosswatcher. We're going to see what this is. It's obvious that somebody's trying to cover up the truth. Again, because you're questioning someone's intentions and you're having to make a decision. So, Scorpio, somebody could possibly be making a decision about you. Some of you, the decision might have something to do with something unrelated from what we're talking about right now. It could have something to do with maybe a court situation, possibly. But let's see. Because it looks like you're trying to figure out if something is worth the long-term investment. Is it worth really investing in a situation? Possibly. But things are a little bit up in the air right now. Maybe things are a bit rocky. Because it looks like something is stressing you out. And you're feeling confused. Someone could possibly be feeling confused about where they stand with you, Scorpio. What's stressing you? What could possibly be stressing someone in this situation is overthinking. Somebody's overthinking, especially if you got a situation where someone is coming back. I left you before you could leave me. If this is your scenario where someone has already left, I think this is where someone is overthinking. They're overthinking maybe what they should say. And I think this is where the decision is. It lies in this person deciding whether or not they're going to just go ahead and make a firm decision. As I mentioned to you, somebody is overthinking. You might have a lot of anxiety about things. What your partner might have anxiety about, or you might have about the situation, is whether or not someone's stepping out. And I think somebody is, and I think someone's going to be lying to you about this week, especially Scorpio, because it looks like there's secrets involved. And there's someone that has one foot in, one foot out of the situation. When it comes to your conversations, it looks like somebody is avoidant. You're asking them for the truth, you're confronting them for the truth, and the truth isn't coming out of their mouth. In fact, somebody feels like you're going through a really tough time right now. Like your relationship is just maybe going through some trials and tribulations. And I think this person is at a crossroads. They're starting to feel like their relationship is very unstable. And yeah, they're thinking about letting it go. It seems like you might have a rocky relationship with your family members. That might be where there's tension. Seems like some of you, there's a move coming up. You could possibly be contemplating a move. Especially if maybe somebody is moving away. You're moving away from someone. Someone could possibly be moving away from you. Some of you could possibly be thinking about moving closer to family. It seems like that might be something that might be a possibility that's on your brain, since we're talking about decisions and you're having to make one. Yeah, I think you are at a crossroads, Scorpio, about what to do about this whole entire situation. Just as a random side note, you might be getting an unexpected text. Maybe like when you least expect it, somebody might be reaching out to you. Could be in the middle of your work, possibly. Yeah, you got some travel coming up. Some of you, it seems like maybe you're traveling to go and see family. Or maybe you recently got back from a trip, maybe visiting family. Somebody is visiting, it looks like. You do have a message coming through. This is a written message. This is a text, an email. Maybe somebody might be popping up in your DM, on your feed. Some of you Scorpios, where you found yourself in maybe a third-party situation. I see someone leaving that situation. Someone is walking away. Okay, it just depends on what side of this you're on. If we're in the coupled side of things, it definitely feels like somebody is like making a decision. That's what the decision is about, if it's whether or not to leave or to stay where they are in a situation where they're not happy. Because it looks like somebody wants out. It seems like somebody may have a bond or, yeah, a bond. I definitely feel like something is going on with court. Someone could possibly be making bond, but I think maybe you do have a relationship with someone. Somebody may have feelings for someone that's on the outside of this situation. Or somebody may feel like things are not working out and now they're thinking about someone from their past, possibly because they kind of dropped in. They dropped in with a message, they dropped into their feed, or they dropped into their thoughts. And so for some of you, maybe somebody is not necessarily leaving for someone else. It just might be a timing thing. They feel like you're on the rocks, and then they get this person that, if this is a past person, I think this must be. For some of you, it could be a past person that kind of drops in. Spirit guys, who are we talking about? There's a Cancer. No doubt. There's someone's birthday that's relevant. Somebody's birthday is coming up where you're dealing with a Cancer. Who is this person? Let's see what the circumstances are. Is this a new situation? I think this is a past situation. Yes. I think somebody's issue is letting go of the past. So I think there's an ex that somebody still cares for, where they want to test things out with an ex. I said it seems like they came up recently, met to like in conversation, or like I said on their feed, a message came through. Somebody's thinking about them. So I think somebody could possibly either be communicating with someone or contemplating whether or not they should drop them a message. If you're on the single side of this situation, yeah, I think singles, you can expect a message. Somebody's possibly going to be getting in touch with you. You might decide to give this person the benefit of the doubt. Because as I mentioned to you before, what you're questioning is someone's intention. It's like you're not sure. Maybe you're a little bit taken aback, or you're not sure why this person is approaching you. You may not know the backstory of what's going on in their lives. So it just seems like somebody is unsure. I think somebody wants to know where you stand, Scorpio. And I think this causes someone to come back around you. I don't think somebody is ready to let you go. It's those of you who are coupled, but maybe you're on things are kind of falling apart. It's because it looks like somebody feels like maybe there's some things that are, maybe things have not been great. And so it looks like somebody's feeling like that's their chance to cheat. I think this person may have left you before, Scorpio. And I think maybe you might have an idea, or you're kind of worried that somebody is going to leave. I'm going to be real with you and tell you that somebody, it's not everybody's situation. But if this is your message, it looks like somebody is leaving. They have plans to leave. I don't think you'd be surprised if this is your story. It seems like this is something that maybe you saw coming. Kind of expected it. Maybe they're kind of throwing the idea around. They might even be saying it while the two of you guys are having arguments, that they're going to leave. I don't think somebody's bluffing. Scorpio. Spirit guys, show me Scorpio for the next 7 days. What's coming up very heavily? Ma'at. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. There is definitely going to be justice in your situation. I was mentioning to you, there's a decision. There's a decision that's being made. And I mentioned to you before, this decision that's being made may not be being made by a person. Well, it might be made by an organization or a company is what I'm trying to say. Like you're waiting for a decision to come through. Or a verdict, possibly. Spirit guys, show me what's going on with Scorpio. I think some of you might have a court situation. Spirit, show me Scorpio. There's a baby. Some of you, maybe someone plays an instrument. They wear glasses. They're a musician. They sing, they write music, something such as this. Okay? But your spirit guide is saying you might know this person as a bit of a trickster. So somebody could possibly be trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Or since we're talking about court, it could definitely be the court where someone is maybe not being, yes, you are. This seems like you're dealing with, what sign did I deal with? I did Cancer. For sure, there's a Cancer in your energy. I also did Virgo. Cancer and Virgo are dominating your reading, as well as Libra. You do have a court situation. I mentioned to you, there's a bond. Some of you could possibly be having a bond hearing. Someone could possibly be bailing someone out of jail. Chances are you might have like police record. Am I trying to say arrest record? The police have been called in your situation. For some of you, been involved in your situation. Some of you are on probation or parole. I was telling you about a living situation. Some of you, it seems like either you're this is like eviction court. Somebody's afraid that they're going to get kicked out. It seems like somebody might have an issue paying what they owe. So this could possibly have something to do with a legal document. So if we're talking about your whatever bill this is, if we're talking about a creditor, it seems like Scorpio, your spirit guides are saying you might want to get in contact with someone, because it definitely feels like there's something that you might need to pay. And it seems like you're stressed out. Let's see what's going on with your money and your job. Let's see what's going on. Did you lose a job? That's what this looks like, Scorpio. You lost a job. You lost a stream of income. Seems like your money might be on the decrease. You are worried about your house, your home situation. You got some money coming through. It's either you have some money coming through, or you live with someone who's like the breadwinner. Somebody might make more money than their partner. That type of thing. Because what this looks like could possibly be going on. No, you definitely have some money coming in. You have money coming in. You have an opportunity that's coming through. An opportunity to make money. If you're a business owner, this could definitely be profits being made. This could definitely be things kind of switching and turning around, because it definitely feels like there is something going on with your home. Yes, your financial situation seems like it's been affected by, like I said, a drop in your income. You're unemployed. Maybe that's what you're waiting for a decision on. It could be about a job. Hearing back. Somebody's a smoker, by the way. Okay, so if you are waiting to hear back, then this feels like this phone call comes through this week. Because I did mention to you, there's communication, possibly from a work situation. There's a company. There's a company that either you're contacting, like you're getting in contact with a creditor, or there's a company that's contacting you. It seems like I mentioned to you before, you're concerned about something getting paid, possibly on time. It seems like something might be a little bit late. Maybe you're not sure what to do about this. Whatever this debt happens to be, Scorpio or Crosswatcher, it seems like this debt does get paid. How is this happening? Is there some, it seems like maybe there's some, I mentioned to you, some money comes through. Yeah, there's definitely a door that's closing. I think maybe that's something that may have happened with work. Maybe something did change. Maybe some of you are just making that, maybe the decision is whether or not to leave a job. Maybe you're not sure. Okay, there's a call on the sheet. I mentioned to you before, there's a call coming through and you got refusal of the call. Somebody could possibly be refusing someone's call. You could possibly be missing an important phone call this week, Scorpio or Crosswatcher. A call, an email, some sort of communication. That's what that looks like to me. You're needing direction. Could be literal. If you're driving, you're going somewhere, you might get a little bit turned around. Have your phone ready, have your charger ready, so that you can get those directions that you might need if you're trying to go somewhere to get someplace on time. But some of you, it seems like you are needing direction. You're not sure what direction to go in. Your guides are definitely leading you in the right direction. I think something is going to work out for you. Now, if we're talking about a legal situation, no. Let me roll this back a minute, make sure I don't forget about this. Did I say you're questioning? I did. I said that you're questioning someone's intention. Someone that's in your energy, and it might be more than one person. Your guys are saying some people are questionable. So you might be giving somebody a second glance or wondering if you should give them the benefit of the doubt. Spirit guides are saying, yeah, definitely be discerning about this. Something about a particular situation or someone who is around you or someone that you love, situation doesn't add up. And they're telling you to trust your first instinct about this. If you're traveling, there will likely be delays. So if you're planning on, like I mentioned to you before, getting someplace, you might be a little bit late. You could possibly be getting lost, stopping and asking for directions or trying to figure out where this location or this address is. And I mentioned to you, right when you're in the midst of doing something, that might be when you get a text. Some of you are in court. Let's see, how does this court situation go? This is about a house. That's what this feels like. So your mind might be a little bit scattered. The thing is, it seems like the point the Spirit is trying to make is that you're pointed in the right direction. You're waiting for something. You're waiting for the outcome of something. It seems like that information comes through. Something is finalized as far as court is concerned. If there's some sort of document that this entails, Scorpio or cross-watcher, your guides are telling you, read the fine print. Look closely at something. Because it seems like you might be referencing this information again. Like something that maybe you might need to read or you have read before, you're coming across it. You might have to like reread something. It could possibly be online. It feels like it might have something to do with a contract. Somebody's afraid to get locked up. Somebody could possibly be facing time. Whatever this is, it feels like something takes you to the courthouse. Some of you, this is a divorce. Maybe you're not sure if this is something that you really want to do. Random side note. I want to call you Taurus all of a sudden, but I know I'm reading for Scorpio. You might have some unexpected people coming by. It seems like maybe you're trying to tidy up the house at the last minute, or you're trying to organize things around the house. Are you concerned about your education or the education of someone else? Scorpio. You could be, a child could be getting tutoring. You might feel that they're in need of tutoring. Oh, no. I see what's going on. For some of you, I was talking about a court situation. Yeah? Situation involves violence. Somebody is paying a fine or paying restitution or something such as this. For some of you, maybe there's something going on with your employer or a particular organization, a company. Maybe you're taking your employer to court for something involving your work. Maybe you work for a law office or something like this. So you could be a lawyer. Your career could possibly be in law or law enforcement. Anyway, it looks like you got some money coming in. This seems like this is something that takes care of a financial obligation that you're concerned about. I also see someone in your reading that might have an issue with drugs or alcohol. And maybe it's not something that's like illegal, like some sort of illegal substance. So I definitely see something with anxiety. Something could possibly be prescribed. So you could maybe be going to the doctor to get a prescription filled. Be careful about being pulled over though. If you are not prescribed a particular medication. Someone's getting arrested is what this looks like, for like possession of an illegal substance. This is Scorpio. There's something else I want to tell you, Scorpio. I think, oh, somebody passed away. It feels that way. Somebody must have passed. Either someone passed recently or someone passed a while ago. Someone could possibly be a fire sign, or someone could have passed in a fire. But I definitely feel that there are spirit signs that are going to be coming through from someone that passed. You might be seeing it, feeling their presence in your home in particular. Maybe you might be inheriting property, a home, maybe. Scorpio. I definitely see some sort of change. I definitely see reconciliation. And it might be more than one. Some of you, I mentioned to you, you're reconciling with family members. Some of you, you're separated from children due to a breakup. You might have, someone in the situation might have children in more than one household. I see that someone could possibly be paying child support, alimony. But you're going to be on the receiving end for some of you Scorpios of money. Some sort of money comes through, a financial blessing looks like it comes through. As it pertains to your purpose, it seems like you're a messenger. You are a messenger, Scorpio, a cross watcher, or this is a messenger that Spirit sends to you to give you a particular timely message that might be beneficial for you at a time where maybe you're worried, you're stressed, you're not sure what to do, you're not sure what's coming up next. A messenger definitely comes through, as I mentioned to you, with a timely message. This is a messenger sent from your guides to help you through something that I think that you might be very puzzling to you around this period of time. Spirit guys, show me Scorpio, because it looks like there's this week as it pertains to your work, it seems like you're very ambitious, you're very driven, goal oriented. I see Capricorn and I see Pisces. Maybe you might be drawn to things that are spiritual. Maybe that has something to do with your path. You might be someone who motivates other people. Scorpio. So whatever this is about maybe achieving your aspirations, guys are saying this week, they're telling you to take it into your hands. Whatever it is that you want, they're saying that you have the ability to attain whatever this happens to be. I do feel that if you have been having a war, you've been at war with someone, maybe that has something to do with world events possibly. But even so, we're talking about this in the context of a back and forth with someone. Even if it's been a constant thing, it seems like someone's coming in to make peace. If no one died, no one passed away, then this is somebody that would like to dead a situation. They would like for you to leave it in the past. You could possibly be having a discussion about this. Somebody might ghost you in the middle of this conversation, especially if this is taking place by text or social media. It might appear that they're ghosting you. It might just be kind of distracted. So somebody might not maybe follow up with you right away, but it definitely looks like somebody is thinking of you. And it looks like by the time this person does come to you, Scorpio or cross watcher, this person is genuinely single. But for some of you, this person is still kind of linked to this person. They're having a rocky situation, but they definitely see you as somebody that is calm, somebody that they can trust, and somebody that might have their best interest. This could definitely be a friend. This week, your spirit guides are definitely telling you to trust your psychic knowledge. Especially if we're talking about you're not sure what decision to make. You do know. Your third eye has already revealed it to you. Your third eye is also, Scorpio cross watcher, revealing to you a situation. I mentioned to you someone's intention is off. Someone comes in trying to paint a particular picture for you. And something about this picture is not true. This might even be somebody's relationship. Maybe even online. Somebody might make their relationship appear as though it's picture perfect. There are no flaws. They're happy as they possibly can be, but it definitely feels like there's some lies being strewn about in this situation. Something is not what it appears to be. If you're not going to a gathering, so you're going to a wedding, Scorpio, you could be invited to a wedding, so you're going to a casino. Maybe you might gamble. You could be gambling. I don't know. I'm trying to say, it looks like you could be going to a concert. Somebody could be a DJ. Or somebody might have the initials DJ or JD. Anything else? Any last words for the zodiac sign of Scorpio for the next 7 days? Come on with it. Somebody is definitely witness. Somebody is stepping out. Somebody sees something. Somebody knows that somebody is dealing with somebody else. You know, or somebody else might know, and they might be telling you. And that's where somebody's trying to paint a picture for you. They don't want to tell you the truth about what's going on. They're going to deny it and possibly gaslight you in the process. Spirit guides, see advice for the Scorpio Nation for the next 7 days. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. I think that someone is afraid to open their heart. Perhaps that's what that decision is about. Maybe it's you deciding whether or not you should. Maybe whether or not you should welcome someone back. Or if it's time to let a relationship go because you're realizing that somebody doesn't really have the capacity to open their heart and lower their guard. And maybe that's causing you this emotional loss, this emotional pain. Because chances are this is something that someone else has gone through before. They've gone through emotional loss. So it's not easy to kind of, like I said before, lower their guard. This person could be very defensive. And spirit guides are saying, yeah, something about this situation, Scorpio or crosswatcher, could possibly be unhealthy. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. We're being real Scorpio. This ain't that. This doesn't look like you're in a positive situation. Not to say that relationships are always going to be prim and proper and perfect. No such thing. Relationships, they go through the ups and downs. But it definitely feels like something about this has been pretty toxic. Especially if we're talking about somebody putting their hands on you. And somebody leaving a situation in cuffs. I can't be your mama. I can't control you, nor am I trying to do so. So please don't be under the impression that that's what I'm doing. But I will tell you, life is too short to be in a situation where somebody is abusing you and you just kind of sit there and go along with it. Just in the name of love and saying, yeah, I'm doing this because I love somebody. True love doesn't look like that. Food for thought, just my 2 cents. Scorpio, it concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. Have a blessed, beautiful, and positive week, Scorpio Nation and Cross Watchers. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.